Welcome to Diary TV, your go-to channel for the latest in sports, entertainment, and beyond. I'm Ogenekaro Asowe, and today we're looking into a heated topic that is sparking conversations across Nigerian's football community. It's a clash of perspective, a battle of legacy, and a debate about the future of the Super Eagles. Former captain and coach Sunday Oliseh has once again made headlines, not just for reminiscing about his contribution to Nigerian football, but for taking aim at the current Super Eagles head coach Eric Chelle. In a recent interview, Oliseh claimed credit for introducing stars like Wilfred Ndidi, Kelechi Iheanacho, and Alex Iwobi to the national team, while only criticizing the Nigerian Football Federation's decision to appoint a foreign coach like Chelle. But what is the full story behind this controversy? Is Oliseh's critique rooted in a passion for local talent, or is there more to this ongoing feud? Stay tuned as we unpack the details, explore the legacy of these players, and examine the state of Nigerian football today. This is Diary TV, and we're just getting started. Let's set the stage. Sunday Oliseh is no stranger to Nigerian football. A former midfielder known for his tactical brilliance and commanding presence, Oliseh played for top European clubs like Ajax, Juventus, and Borussia Dortmund. As a player, he was a cornerstone of the Super Eagles' golden era, helping Nigeria win the 1994 African Cup of Nations and an Olympic gold medal in 1996. But it's his brief stint as Super Eagles coach from 2015 to 2016 that is at the heart of this story. In an exclusive interview on June 17, 2025, Oliseh didn't hold back. He proudly declared, "When you are talking about a defensive midfield role, I was the one who brought in the young man Wilfred Ndidi. It was at the same time I brought in Alex Iwobi and Kelechi Iheanacho, and I gave them their first call-up because they had the quality to do it." These are bold claims, and they shine a spotlight on three players who have become pillars of the Super Eagles today. Let's talk about Wilfred Ndidi. Known for his relentless work rate and ball-winning ability, Ndidi has been a mainstay at Manchester City and a key figure in Nigeria's midfield. Oliseh's decision to hand him his debut in 2015 was a game-changer, spotting a talent who could go on to become one of Africa's finest defensive midfielders. Then there is Kelechi Iheanacho, a clinical finisher who made waves at Manchester City before moving to Manchester and later Middlesbrough. His flair and goal-scoring instincts have made him a fan favorite. And Alex Iwobi, the versatile Fulham midfielder who brought creativity and dynamism to the Super Eagles, evolving from a young prospect at Arsenal to a seasoned international star. Oliseh's point is clear. He saw potential where others might not have, and his foresight helped shape the current Super Eagles squad. But his comments weren't just about taking credits. They prelude a larger critique, one that is stirring up debates across Nigeria. Let's get into it. That is where things get spicy. Sunday Oliseh didn't stop at celebrating his contributions. He used the platform to voice his frustration with the Nigerian Football Federation's decision to appoint Eric Chelle, a French-born former Mali international, as the Super Eagles head coach in January 2025. Oliseh stated, "I'm totally against having that role not being handed over to a Nigerian because we have qualified Nigerians who can do that job." This isn't the first time Oliseh has criticized Chelle's appointment, but his latest remark has reignited the debate about local versus foreign coaches in Nigerian football. To understand Oliseh's perspective, let's look at the context. Nigeria has a storied history of producing world-class players, but the coaching role has often been a revolving doors of foreign and local tacticians. From Clement who led Nigeria to the AFCON glory in 1994, to Gernot Rohr, who stabilized the team in recent years, foreign coaches have left their mark. But Oliseh argues that Nigeria has enough homegrown talent to lead the Super Eagles. His own tenure as a coach, though short-lived, saw only 2 losses in 14 games, a record he believes proves local coaches can deliver. Oliseh also pointed to what he called an anomaly in the team's leadership structure, criticizing the trend of having captains who spend more time on the bench rather than on the field. "You can't have your captain sitting on the bench," he said, likely referencing players like Ahmed Musa, who has faced scrutiny for limited playing time despite his leadership roles. These critiques suggest Oliseh believes the current setup under Chelle lacks the discipline and structure needed for its success. But is Oliseh's stance fair? Eric Chelle has had a solid start since taking over from interim coach Augustine. In 5 matches, he has secured 3 wins and 2 draws, including a 2-0 victory over Rwanda in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers and a 2-1 win against Ghana in the 2025 Unity Cup. These results show promises, but Oliseh remains unconvinced, arguing that Nigeria's football identity should be shaped by its own people. This debate isn't just about Chelle, it's about the future of Nigeria's football leadership. Let's explore Chelle's side of the story next. Eric Chelle, the man in the hot seat, is no stranger to pressure. Appointed in January 2025, the former Mali manager was tasked with turning around a Super Eagles team that has yet to win a 2026 World Cup qualifying match under previous coaches. Chelle's mission: qualify Nigeria for the World Cup and reach the final of the upcoming African Cup of Nations. That's a tall order, but Chelle has hit the ground running. His tenure began with a 2-0 win over Rwanda in Kigali, followed by a 1-1 draw against Zimbabwe in Uyo. In May, he led Nigeria to a 2-1 victory over Ghana in the 2025 Unity Cup, with a goal from Serodesa and an own goal securing the win. Chelle's squad selection has been bold, blending established stars with Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, and Wilfred Ndidi, with domestic league players like Papa Daniel Mustafa from Niger Tornadoes. He has also faced tough decisions, dropping veterans like Ahmed Musa and Kelechi Iheanacho from the World Cup qualifier squad to focus on form and fitness. Chelle has addressed criticism head-on, dismissing claims that he secured his role through connections. In a statement report, he emphasized that he had applied through the Nigerian Football Federation from a process, presenting a detailed tactical vision that aligned with their ambition. "I underwent the necessary interviews like every other candidate," Chelle said, showcasing his commitment to transparency. Despite Oliseh's critiques, Chelle has earned support from players like the Super Eagles defender Bruno Onyemachi, who publicly backed his coach approach. Chelle's emphasis on discipline, technical clarity, and youth development has resonated with part of the squad, but the pressure is on. Nigeria is sitting fourth in their World Cup qualifying group with just 7 points, trailing behind group leaders South Africa by 6. With crucial matches ahead, Chelle's ability to deliver results will be the ultimate test. So what does this mean for the Super Eagles' future? Let's break it down. As we wrap up this deep dive, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Sunday Oliseh's comments aren't just about personal pride or a feud with Eric Chelle. They reflect a broader conversation about identity, trust, and progress in Nigerian football. Oliseh's call for local coaches taps into a sentiment shared by many fans. Nigeria, with its wealth of talent and passion for the game, should be a breeding ground for world-class world-class coaches and not just players. His introduction of Ndidi, Iheanacho and Iwobi is a statement of his eyes for talent, but his departure in 2016 amidst contract disputes and unpaid dues highlights the challenges local coaches face within the system. On the other hand, Eric Chelle represents a globalized approach to football management. His unbeaten start and tactical acumen has brought stability, but the shadow of foreign influence looms large. Can Chelle bridge the gap between his vision and Nigeria's football culture, or will Oliseh call for leadership gain traction? As of today, the Super Eagles are preparing for their next challenge, including the World Cup qualifiers. The team's performance in these matches will shape the narrative around Chelle's tenure and Oliseh's critiques. For now, the debate rages on and Nigerian football fans are watching closely. Will the Super Eagles soar under Eric Chelle, or is it time for a new generation of local coaches to take flight? This is Ogenekaro Asowe and you've been watching Diary TV. Stay tuned for more updates and let us know your thoughts on the story in the comment below. Until next time, keep the passion for football alive.